During the preparation and the penultimate step, this is a phase that, like I discussed earlier with the mid-mark, is very important. During this phase, the penultimate is typically the longest stride of your approach. You want to run, try to keep your hips as tall as possible. You're going to lower just very subtly, and then you're going to take off. You don't want to approach the long jump approach as if you're lowering yourself and then jumping. You want to keep your center of mass as high as possible so you can use all the momentum that you've built up for the entire run so you can get the most out of your jumps. Many times I get questioned about the penultimate step, and I get a lot of different freaky answers that kind of really bothers me. I really want to stress the importance of not lowering your hips during the penultimate stride. A lot of coaches have drills that you know they're insistent upon them lowering their hips and powering at the board. But the most important aspect of the penultimate is to set you up to put your body in the right position so you can get the most out of your jump. If you're lowering your body prior to taking off and jumping, you're spending more time on the ground, you're spending more time on your penultimate, which as a result is going to cause you to have a shorter distance in your jumping. So with that being said, I want to stress it's very important for the athlete to keep their body position on the penultimate. You want to keep your shoulders and everything under your center of gravity. So you want to keep your hips tall, and on the board, you want to take off. You don't want to land behind your center of gravity. You want to land on top of the board. That is something that is very important if you want to maximize your jumping potential, whether you're intermediate, collegiate, or professional. Very important. During the approach, the entire approach, the objective is to try to land as flat as possible throughout your entire run so that you're not doing a lot of shifting and training. The objective is to have a very consistent run. So a lot of athletes are taught to run on the balls of their feet the entire run, and then when they approach the penultimate, they get flat. Well, what I do is I start off flat and I try to continue running flat the entire way so that I don't have a sudden shift in changing in movement or body position. Because if you're flat the entire time, your body is going to move in a natural, dynamic way it was supposed to move in, and you're going to hit your penultimate flat. You're going to hit it naturally. You're not going to have to sink it. It's just going to happen very subtly. You're going to take off flat. Same thing. The important part of that penultimate is going to be a longer stride, flat, and in this phase, you don't want to sink the hips. Naturally, you're going to steer. Your body pretty much knows where you're supposed to be at on these phases. A lot of coaches teach not to look at the board, but I feel like you have to look at the board in order to be precise. When looking at the board, you shouldn't be looking down at the board, but it should be out of your peripheral. You should be able to see the board because that's the only way that you can really have that precision and put your foot in the right place. But that pretty much sums up the penultimate. It goes from long, it's going to be a longer stride than your other strides because you're preparing yourself to jump, and then at the board, you're shortening up. So it's from long to short. That pretty much sums up the penultimate.